Alright, so that guitar, the one you just heard me playing pretty badly, and I apologize for that, is called a JUNO. It's a home-built guitar. Some features I really like about it is a two-voice guitar, which I tried to demonstrate on that little track there. So I'm going to explain a little bit about it, play a little bit of it, and go over the construction because I know people are interested in that. So yeah, it's a mahogany body. It has a good story behind it. This came from the Martin factory. Solid one piece. I think it was 22 by 28 inches in the bottom of a guitar press that they used over there. A friend of mine gave it to me and I shaped it into this body. And the top is maple that I bought at the local Lowe's here and pieced it together. It's maple, it's got a little bit of figure to it, and I also baked it. So it's got that deeper, richer kind of color to it that I like. The neck I bought off of a fellow in Pennsylvania. He made them for a while. I think he's not anymore. Shaped up the headstock, 4+2 up there, 25.5-inch scale. And the guitar is almost fully hollow. So there's a dog bone shaped piece of wood that goes from the top to the back, directly underneath the bridge. The rest of this is all hollow. I'm going to do some close-up shots so I can explain a little bit more about that stuff. It's got a walnut bridge. Strings go right through there. They do not go through the back. They're anchored underneath the top. So I can get into a little bit more of that. But the function of it, I've got two mini humbuckers in there. They're GFS. Oh, shoot me now. I think they're Nashville's, but they're a mini humbucker, and they sound pretty good. Three-way switch, which does what that would normally do. And then I have the piezo bridge. This one's made by Schaller. So the piezo bridge is wired to its own volume control, and then I can quickly switch back and forth with a three-way switch for the acoustic tones, both together, and electric, all by themselves. I'm going to stop right here, take you through my rig just a little bit because it may make more sense that way. I set it up specifically for this guitar and this one. I don't know if you can see it in the shot. It's also a two-voice guitar. So yeah, it's all set and ready to go. I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so the signal chain starts down here. Obviously, the output is a stereo output, so I have the magnetic pickups on the tip and the acoustic pickup on the ring, and then I have this handy dandy dual cable here. You can see that. So I have two outputs that can go into two separate amps, or in this case, two inputs on my pedal board. All right, so here is the input for the acoustic guitar, or the acoustic pickup. The red goes into the electric side. So that's the only treatment, pre-treatment that the acoustic thing is getting right there. I go into this a little more, one of their preamp modules here, which is set up for clean and dirty tones. Then there's a Moore radar, which is, a cab simulator. Then we go into a mixer. This is a Saturn Works, just a 2-channel mixer. I tried to do this with an AB and it didn't work. The tones interfered with each other. So I have a mixer with the electric set up here and the acoustic set there, and that sends a single signal into reverb and delay, which are shared between the two sides of the guitar, and then finally a little ditto looper there, which so I can loop either one and keep on going. So it's it's not much there, but it took a little while to set up, and so far it seems to be working pretty well. From there, we're going to come up here and see my kind of cheapo alto mixer. I used to run it to 2 channels, but now I'm finding it convenient just to hang it into one and EQ it there. All right, my little iPad for tracks and things like that. All right, and then all of that coming around, goes into this, which is, an alto kind of full range cabinet, one of those tall boys. And it's okay, it's a little blown, I have to say. I'm going to blame my drummer on that, but that's another story. All right, so now you know where the signal comes from and where it goes to. let's have a little deeper look at the guitar. Now I've been tooling around on this thing a little bit, experimenting with finishes and things like that. I'm never quite finished with this stuff, so it's a little raw in spots, but it's a poly finish on the top, which may have been a mistake, because when I look at how nicely the rest of the guitar turned out in comparison, I'll turn it around and show you the back, but the back and the sides all just have several layers of shellac on them. So my concern is that that wouldn't hold up, so I changed it out. And I may change it back. Shot of the bridge. So underneath the keyhole slots, glued up and screwed up to the back side of the top is an aluminum plate, which also, that's what the strings anchor against, is that aluminum plate, so they don't pull through and don't wear out. And also gives me a grounding point for the strings, because these piezo saddles, in my experience, aren't always positive ground. You know, sometimes the saddles are isolated from the bridge frame itself. Just a single wire goes through the top and into the control cavity. There's those pickups, and as you can see, I didn't put F-holes on the guitar. Instead I went for pickup vents. So this is what allows me to get sound out of it acoustically, and I'll let you know what that sounds like. I'll play that a little bit. People have requested that before. And the rest is just pretty standard hardware, tuners, strap buttons, and whatnot. All right, let me try to turn it around. I'd have thought that would have been easier. Now, the neck is mahogany, if I didn't mention that. It's a great neck. The guy did a wonderful job. He doesn't build them anymore, so I don't know that it would be of any use to tell you where I got it. All right, here's a shot of the side. And the shellac has a certain look to it. It's not going to pick it up on the camera. And it's not perfect, and I wasn't going for perfect. But I do like the look of that for some reason. I think it's catchy. Okay. So just what it sounds like strumming acoustically. There, it's not much, but you can hear it, sit on the couch and play it. It's just fine. Okay. So we're plugged back in. That's both. Let me give you just the acoustic. That, and then the electric pickups, starting with the neck, magnetics. I apologize, I still don't have full feeling and use of my fingers or my mouth. Pickups. And the bridge pickup. Alright, so we'll get into some combinations if I combine the bridge pickup and the piezo saddles. To my ears, the piezo is dominating what I'm hearing. I'm not sure what's coming through the camera. The electric is definitely there. I would use that, you know, if I was doing a lead part, you know, that needed to be acoustic but also needed to cut through. right, and then middle position plus piezo. And the neck in piezo. Those pickups, and if you're interested in the, you know, the preamp, or I'm not here to really demo that, but something like that. All right, so let's take it out, kind of the way we started.